What's going on, everybody? This is Hunter. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Today, we are going to be taking you on a tour of a pretty darn snazzy little travel trailer here. This is the 2026 Sunset Trail 285 CK. And I believe, if I am as smart as I think I am, I think the CK stands for Center Kitchen because, well, the kitchen is in the center. But Sunset Trails, you can see they got a little bit of a makeover here. Not too many physical changes outside of the new front cap, but they got a whole new kind of look here. And what do you guys think about the new decals? Personally, I think it's pretty darn sharp, but this floor plan is great for like your couples, your single traveler. You got the dual axles, so you can carry a little bit of more weight to it. You also see a bumper spare tire, access to the roof with a ladder that does actually come with it, which is kind of a rarity in the industry these days. But this is going to be a pull-out kind of outdoor kitchen. You got your Capital Grill, 8,500 BTUs, so you can get that thing, you know, flaming up, cook yourself up some burgers, some steaks, you know, have a real good time. And what goes better with a steak than a cold can of apple juice? You can probably fit yourself about a 30 rackaroonie in that bad boy. But this is going to be a pretty short tour. This is not, you know, the typical fifth wheel that I roll through, but it is something that I thought was important to show you guys. So as we go through this, if you're curious on pricing or looking for the specifications, I'll have a link for Funtown down in the description, but also everything else like length, height, tank sizes, awning sizes, you know, all that good stuff. So that way I don't have to remember it. That's the way that I like to roll. You know what I mean? Right here, you got some Asdale going on. So if you guys aren't familiar with that, basically it's a composite material in the sidewalls. Sometimes you can see it in there. Yep, so you can see it like right here. Basically, it doesn't soak up any moisture. So in the case of an it's going to hold up a little bit better for you. But man, I'll tell you what, it's actually a pretty beautiful shot. I think if I flex right there, it'd be like a good Peter Pan version of a thumbnail, if you ask me. But I mean, I like the blade lighting. It's also going to be on dimmers. And actually, the dimmer switch is kind of cool. So you can click it once and they all turn off, or you can individually pop it on down, you know, and kind of dim it to the degree that you would like. That's also the control for the rest of the RV, but since it's starting to get a little dark, I'm gonna keep pushing forward. The slide height on this is probably somewhere around 5'7". You're also gonna see you have theater seating right here. It's also going to be a pull string for the recliner. Pretty darn comfortable chairs, you know, for the RV industry. I love what they're doing with the Dream Dinette, they're calling it. I'll show you that here in a second, but very easy to use, and a one-piece or 1-inch steel powder coated frame. I think that's what it is. Dual 15K ACs also coming standard with 100 watts of solar too, by the way. But dual opposing slides back here, that's what gives you all of this room. You know, I guess it's not really center kitchen because it's kind of rear kitchen with a center component. What that CK just stands for is going to drive me nuts. That's all right. I hired me because I'm friendly. Let's move on. Sound bar built into your smart TV. It's also going to be a 40-incher. And I love that kind of like blue-gray kind of coloring they got with the gold handlebars too. I mean, what do you guys think about that? Fireplace to keep you nice and a roasty and a toasty. And then you have plenty of storage as we are coming down there too as well. So right here is going to be, you know, your island. You got plenty of storage. You got solid surface countertops. Babe, if you're watching, I love you. Along with an outlet over there on the side. And then you're also going to get the stainless steel undermounted bowl with the high-rise faucet. Hitting those dishes from one angle. You're also going to see a ton of countertop space. So I like that. If you're someone that values putting a whole bunch of crap on your countertops, you are going to love this model. Outlet, more storage, a window that opens up. It's also going to be tinted so you can catch a good breeze. And you got yourself the 3-top burner to whip up all the fixings. Enough room for a pizza. And then, of course, oh, got my foot caught on here. Or my shirt caught. You also got express cook mode. So that's pretty cool. I don't know if I showed off this. Starting to blur together. I got 2 more RVs. One of 10 today that I'm going to be getting through. But, yeah, pretty darn good day. If I can knock out 10 RVs, I'm not going to be complaining. I got 4 Sunset Trails, 2 Hamptons, 2 Redwoods, and 2 Astoria. 2, 4. Yeah, 10. Perfect. All right. Steamer Stink Sucker 3000 right there. Zoop. Freezer for all your pizzas. Refrigerator for all your speakers. And then, you know, one thing that I like, so Jayco actually makes a floor plan very similar to this It's actually almost identical, but theirs is like a rear desk back here. They actually put the little wine refrigerator back here. So I really like that. I mean, I know a lot of people down at campgrounds, they're not drinkers, but talk about 90 brewskis in that bad boy. You're having yourself a good time. You're cooking. So right here, you got yourself a fuse box. You're also going to see a couple more little storage outlets. Again, big old window for big views or big breeze, however you want to play it, whichever way. And I like the glass insert. I think that adds a nice little touch. Now flipping it back around here, you got room for a TV over on that wall. But let's take a second for this dinette. So, powder coated steel frame. Why is that important? A lot of times your dinettes are going to be a 1-inch pine. I also like how it is part of the aesthetics by being open-ended, but not taken away from storage because they give you 4 of those little wicker baskets. But this right here is a little bit larger as well. I mean, look how wide that table is. It's also on the Dream dinette, so you flip that, lower it down, and just like that, if that cushion was pushed over a little more, it would have been, you know, the bed would have been made. So super easy to use, kid-friendly, weak people friendly, just a friendly table. That's just what it comes down to. Little ledge right there. I don't know what for, maybe for like a controller or something. Maybe you put your cell phone on there with the outlets. But it's pretty darn snazzy. And, you know, I'm probably 6 foot, 6'1" with the old Skechers on. So you're probably looking at 6'4", 6'5" with interior height would be my best guess. Now, as we keep moving along here, you got yourself, you know, the bathroom. I mean, you know, it's not too much to explain there. You got the porcelain foot flush throne. You got the little friendly octopus doodad just sitting there waiting for you to hang a towel on me. And then right here, you're going to notice a little bit of a thin entrance for a big guy, I can tell you that. But it is the Tri-Glide Glass Series. So you do like a little sideways scoot. I would appreciate that getting bigger, Sunset Trail. But I got through all right. And, you know, unfortunately, it is what it is. You got 6'1", 6'5" here. You got the golden shower head. Let your imagination run wild with that. What kind of shower you're taking there? A bowling gun, baby. And then flip it around. Bada bang, bada boom. Stainless steel sink. And then I do love these gold appliances. But then you have the Suburban on-demand hot water heater. And then here up underneath, you're going to notice more storage again. So, all right. Now, right here is going to be your control panel. So your heat and AC, your max air fan, your dimmers, and then, of course, you know, your different tank heaters, which are 12-volt pads. Stick onto the bottom of your tanks. Keep everything nice and roasty and toasty so it doesn't freeze up on you. Awning and your slide controls. Now, heading back into the bedroom, looks like you got yourself a king-size bed, much like the dinette, kind of open-ended down there. I think it's a good look. A little bit of hanging room. Obviously, you see this window because the sun is blasting the earth out of my camera right now. And then you got the front cap there as well. With yourself, you know, an area where maybe you could hook up, you know, your CPAPs or whatever you got going on. So this one does not have the second AC. I lied. So this is the 30 amp one, but it does have, is it 30 amp? No, it must be a 50 amp because it is still pre-wired for it. So you're pre-wired for a second AC, and then you got the television mount bracket right there, outlet, place for your cable, emergency exit, pull, push, and plop. And then, of course, you know, you got yourself, you know, a little closet action here too as well. But pretty darn cool. I kind of like it. I dig it. I like what they did. I think this one aesthetically looks better than the other ones kind of in the same class. But it's not what I think. It's what you guys think. So if you guys have made it this far, if you don't mind, drop a comment and do just that. Tell me your opinion on this thing. 2026 Sunset Trail 285 CK. So like I said, 100 watts of solar up top, but it is linked for another. So if you want like two 200s or two 100s, you can do that. New front cap here now for 26 on the Sunset Trail. And I think they actually did a really good job on this. And once it starts getting a little bit darker, I don't even have them on right now, but these will show up like justice here with those soft glow LED lights that a couple people are using. I think it looks really sharp. Two 20-pound propane tanks, and then you have your power tongue jack along with a battery disconnect and a place for not one, you know, but 2 batteries. Another thing that they're doing too is they're actually using a like a tough coat paint that goes right there for a rock guard, which I thought was pretty cool. There's not a lot of people that are doing that, but it's basically a clear coat, tough coat. So that's nice. You don't really see it, but you're not going to get, you know, chipped up when you're driving down the road. Pass-through storage shows off that aluminum frame construction. You also see the fact that you have your 30 amp solar charger and you are inverter prep. Power stabilizers right over here as well, which will always come in handy. I mean, most people don't want to crank them down or, you know, buy the tool to zip them up. 500-pound weight capacity on the steps. They're going to be the solid entry steps, obviously. And then you see the little leash latch for your furry friend. They are using the cable-driven slides. You got a place for your TV, satellite or cable, and then your outlet there. And we're back on over to the outdoor kitchen that we saw earlier. All right, so there's the other control for your back, your rear stabilizers. You have a real bumper with a spare tire, and then you have the Lippert on-the-go ladder system to get on top of your fully walkable roof. And that does come actually with this level of Sunset Trail. If it has a fiberglass cap like this, it'll come with it. If it has the metal one, it does not come with it. Suburban on-demand hot water heater, and then you see you got yourself your your slide toppers. So I like that. It's that piece of awning that's going from there to there, preventing debris from falling on top of your unit. Now right under there you can see is going to be your dump valve, fully heated and enclosed underbelly with those 12-volt pads. And then you got yourself your sewer outlet connection, fresh water connection, black tank flush, and your city water connection, along with your 50 amp right there. I don't think there's a need to open this up, but let's see. Nope, we're good to go. I did have your ladder though. 7,000 pounds dry. And then you got, you can hold, oh geez, oh Pete, you can hold 2,500 pounds worth of stuff almost in this thing. That's pretty awesome. But all right, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the tour. Again, my name is Hunter, and this is the 2026 Sunset Trail 285 CK. Hope to catch you guys next time. See you. Meow, 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 meow. Meow.